All right, students, this will help you to understand the column method I explained to you the other day on multiplying square roots. So why don't we go ahead and get started. Now remember, the first thing you have to do is you have to look at your square roots and make sure that they're simplified all the way. We can see the 8 needs some work and the 32 needs some work. So we're going to go ahead and do that first. So I've got 3 square roots of 8. Now we know that 8 is 4 times 2. So the square root of 4 comes out as a 2. So I end up with 2 times the 3 square roots of 2. So that gives me 6 square roots of 2. Okay. So I'll write 6 square roots of 2 minus 4. And now we're going to simplify a negative 2 square roots of 32. Now, the square root of 32 can break down into 16 times 2. The square root of 16 is 4. So we're going to take that 4 out, and that's times a negative 2 square roots of 2, because that 16's gone. So it comes out, and I have the 2 left on the inside. So this one simplifies to a negative 8 square roots of 2. So let's go ahead and put that in here. All right, so if I bring this one down here, I'm gonna run out of room. So I'm gonna bring this one over here and move it underneath. Make sure your square roots line up in the same columns. And then now we're ready to start multiplying. So negative 4 times 4 is a negative 16. A negative 4 times the square root of 2, I can't do this number to the inside. An inside can only multiply to an inside, so I have to take the negative 4 to the negative 8 because the negative 8 isn't outside the square root. So negative 4 times the negative 8, that will give me 32 square roots of 2. And now I've done this to these two pieces. Now I've got to do the 6 square roots of 2 to these two pieces. So 6 times 4 is 24. So that's 24 square roots of 2. And now I have to do this 6 square roots of 2 times negative 8 square roots of 2. Now one thing to remember, the square root of 2 times the square root of 2 is not 4. It is 2. So this piece over here, square root of 2 times the square root of 2 is 2. And this is times 6 times the negative 8. That's times the negative 48. So now let's go ahead and simplify everything here. So that negative 16 comes down. 32 plus 24, that gives me a 56 square roots of 2. And then 2 times the negative 48 gives me a negative 96. So let's take these two numbers here. We'll add those two pieces together because they're pure numbers. They're not irrational numbers. So a negative 16 plus negative 96 should be a negative 112. And then that's added to 56 square roots of 2. Okay, now we're going to use a calculator to check this. Let me pull up my calculator. And let me move it way over here. We can still see. So I'm going to type in all this information that we started with, and I'm going to compare it with what I've got here. So I've got, let me clear my calculator. So I've got, put my parentheses, I've got the square root, 3 square roots of 8 minus 4. Then I have a negative 2 square root of 32 plus 4. Make sure I get my parentheses where they need to be. I'm missing a parentheses right there behind the 32, so I'm going to put one there. And that should be plus 4. Then I'll close my parentheses. Now I hit enter. There's my decimal answer. So that decimal answer should be the same as the decimal answer for this one. So I'll type in a negative 112 plus 56 times the square root of 2, and if I've done it right, I should end up with the same decimal. So there we go. You see a negative 32, and then we can see all these decimals are the same. So that's the shortcut on how to multiply irrational numbers, and make sure that all your homework is happy homework, and make sure that you get it done, and you should be okay in class. Thanks. Have a good evening.